Hello, sweet friends. So today we're doing episode 2 of vegan bodybuilding, and today's video, I don't know why I do jazz hands every time I announce what I'm gonna do. Anyway, so today's video is going to be about transitioning to a vegan diet and how to go about it and the right way to do it, the wrong way to do it, all that fun stuff. I don't have notes, so this is all coming from my brain. I didn't rehearse this either. It's my first take, so we'll see how it goes. So if it's a little bit scattered, I apologize. If not, enjoy. Anyway, so transitioning to a vegan diet. I'll tell you what I did. I have an entire video called My Vegan Story. You can go watch it if you want something more in depth. I'll also link it down below. So basically the way I went vegan was I was dairy free for 2 years before I went vegan. And the reason being was I was diagnosed basically with being lactose intolerant, and it was giving me really bad migraines, so I cut it out of my diet. For me, cutting out dairy was one of the most difficult things I've done. It was harder than going vegan, for me at least, because my entire diet consisted of dairy products at that point, and dairy is super addictive, and it's also in everything. And so it was really hard to cut out dairy because all the foods I was eating were either made strictly from dairy or the snacks that I wanted had dairy in them. So I was dairy free for 2 years. I tried to reintroduce it into my diet later. It did not go over well with my stomach or my head. Then I went vegan. So I think that when you want to go vegan, you have to have something that's going to inspire you to go vegan. If you just want to go vegan to lose weight, it's gonna be really hard for you, and it's also gonna be hard to stick to, because I think anytime you're making a lifestyle change, and that's exactly what a vegan diet is, it's not just a diet. Your entire life has to change, essentially. Your outlook on life changes. Things you buy change. Like, you have to watch your toiletries, you have to make sure everything's cruelty-free, all that. And though some people may be turned off to that, I think you need to take your transition as a process. So for me personally, I transitioned to a vegan diet pretty much cold turkey. So I went from being dairy free but eating eggs and meat pretty much daily to going vegan. And for me, I mentioned before, it was a really easy change because I was eating very clean at the time, and I just switched my meat with tofu and my eggs with protein powder and oatmeal. So it was super easy for me in that sense. However, I know a lot of people are very different, and if I was in a different place in my life, I don't think that it would have gone over that well. I tried to go vegan in high school because I wanted to get skinny, and that lasted all of like a week and a half because I did not know what to eat. I didn't know what to do. So when I finally went vegan, I went vegan for ethical reasons as well as health reasons. I watched the documentary Vegucated, which I highly recommend. So the documentaries that I recommend you watch if you are interested in doing a plant-based diet or going vegan, or even just eliminating animal products from your diet and you need like some motivation or inspiration. So Vegucated, watch it. Not super graphic. There is a little bit of graphic content, but not a lot. Forks Over Knives, that's going to focus primarily on a plant-based diet. It's not going to talk about like vegan toiletries and cruelty-free makeup and all that fun stuff. That's a completely different thing. So Forks Over Knives is really good. Cowspiracy is an incredible movie. One of my favorites. Honestly, I wish I watched it sooner. It's now on Netflix for free. All of these are on Netflix. It talks about the environmental impacts of animal agriculture and how the way that we are currently eating is not sustainable for the planet, and it's not sustainable for our bodies, and it's just very good. Highly recommend you watch it. I think anyone and everyone can benefit from it. Even if you don't want to go vegan, I think it's a really great way for you to step back and realize what your diet actually means. And so definitely watch it. And then the last but not least, this one's on YouTube. It's not on Netflix, but it is free. It's called Earthlings, and this is going to be your graphic video where you see animals getting beaten and tortured and fox being skinned alive and screaming and crying, and it's just like an hour and a half of sad and torture, and I remember watching it, I cried the whole time. That one's the most graphic, so if you are easily disturbed by graphic content, don't watch it. However, if you do eat meat, I think that you should watch it to see where your food is coming from. That is the reality of what you are eating and putting into your body every single day. So I think it's important to step back and understand that when you eat meat, you are eating an animal that once lived. And so for you, it might be really easy to detach and you might not give a fuck, but a lot of people do give a fuck. So if you do give a fuck about animals, you should probably reconsider why you're eating animals. Just gonna throw that out there. Anyway, so transitioning to a vegan diet, how to do it. So my biggest tip, best advice I can give you, take it at your own pace. Take it at your own pace. Some people have the type of personality where they can switch their lifestyle around in a fucking day. If you are one of those people, go vegan cold turkey. You're gonna be great. However, a lot of people need time to transition. They need time to learn about different foods and how to structure foods for their goals and why they want to go vegan and foods they enjoy and exploring recipes and all those things, because I think there's a lot of vegan policing out there and vegans who are just straight up dicks and they want you to go vegan immediately and they judge you if you don't, and I think it's bullshit, because like if you are a vegan and you're judging someone else for not going vegan immediately, you're making them feel guilty for not going vegan, and then they might never go vegan because of you, because you were a dick. So I think you need to practice kindness regardless of who you are as a person, but especially as a vegan and you're trying to get other people to transition to a vegan diet. So take it at your own pace. If you want to research and slowly transition to a vegan diet, by all means do that. Like if you're eating meat every single day and you're starting to learn about the benefits of a plant-based diet, or you want your eco footprint to be smaller, you can slowly cut meat out of your diet. It doesn't have to be overnight. So if you're eating meat every day, try eating meat maybe just once a day. And then from there, maybe eat meat like 3 or 4 times a week. And from there, maybe eat it once a week. And from there, maybe go vegetarian, then go pescatarian. And then from there, try to cut out dairy. Then from there, try to cut out eggs. It's your own journey. It's your own story. It doesn't have to fit into the mold of what vegan society has put out for you. If it's gonna take you 2 years to transition, let's say, but that means you're gonna be vegan for the rest of your life, fuck yeah, take 2 years to transition, take 5 years to transition, I don't care. But if you wanna go vegan because someone's pressuring you to go vegan immediately, and then you go vegan for a month and it's a stark contrast from what you are currently eating, and it's so overwhelming that you don't know what to do, you don't know what to eat, you're just lost and confused, chances are you're gonna go back to your regular diet. And if going vegan for 1 month immediately doesn't yield you being vegan forever or for a few years, then you're not really doing yourself, the planet, or the animals much help, if that makes sense. So it's really important to take things at your own pace. I was talking to one of my friends about this. I won't mention her. I don't want to put her in the spotlight. But she went vegan, or she's trying to go vegan, and then she had like cereal that had D3 in it that's extracted from sheep's wool, or like comes from linolin. And so people were attacking her, saying like she's not vegan, how dare she do that? And then she felt offended and she felt like she had failed, so then she'd go back to eating dairy and eggs. Like, fuck you for making fun of her. Everyone takes things at their own pace. And even if you've been vegan for a couple of years and like you need to have an egg today or you're gonna go crazy, have a fucking egg, because what you're doing in the long run is going to be a lot more effective than what you need at that moment. Like, my advice is if you're trying to transition to a vegan, you're calling yourself a vegan, or you're just saying you're trying out a vegan diet, I wouldn't necessarily post about not eating vegan food on the internet, because you're going to find the vegan police who is going to attack you. A lot of times it's people that aren't vegan at all. They just want to go and troll the internet and attack everyone who is not vegan, or not vegan like fully and policing. I remember one time someone sent me a message how I wasn't fully vegan because, and I shouldn't call myself a vegan because I use crayons, which I haven't used crayons since I was in like 6th grade. I use antifreeze in my car, like all these different things that contain animal products that we don't really like think of or have control over. So the way I see it is if I know something is not vegan, I'm going to do everything in my power not to consume that. I think it's also important to like define what vegan is. And a lot of people have these like super strict rules about it. But the way I see it is you are not inflicting harm on animals when it is practical and when it is possible. So this is also a huge thing. When it's practical and when it's possible. One of my favorite YouTubers is called Unnatural Vegan, and she talks about the ethics of like everything, and she's much more, she speaks a lot more eloquently than I do, and she has a lot of thoughts that I've never really considered. Her degree is in philosophy, so she has that ethical niche, whereas I do not, in terms of speaking and in terms of like evaluating things, not from an extreme point of view. So definitely check her out. She has a bunch of different videos of like, is cereal not vegan because it contains D3, stuff like that. So she also says that it's being vegan is when it's practical and when it's possible and when you're not inflicting harm in that sense. So for example, if you're taking medicine because you need this medicine to stay alive, you need this medicine to stay sane, you need this medicine to keep you going every day of your life. But that medicine was most likely tested on animals and it probably contains animal byproducts. Is it vegan? For me personally, I would consider that vegan because it's not, yes, it's derived from animal products, but like I wouldn't say that you're not a vegan because you have to take this medicine, because it's not practical and it's not possible for you to live without this. In that sense. Okay, so that's where like the line gets crossed. Oh my god, this video is gonna be 50 hours long. Whew. Anyway, so we're gonna talk without glasses really quick. So how to transition to a vegan diet. Take it at your own pace, do your research, and figure out why you want to go vegan. For me, when I first went vegan, it was kind of a shift for like just wanting to be the healthiest person I could be. And in my mind, and from the research that I read and the documentaries I saw, I know some people are gonna think I'm stupid as fuck, eating a plant-based diet yielded that. And so that's why I wanted to do it. I wanted to be the healthiest version of myself possible. However, I would say about like 6 or 7 months into being vegan, that's when I watched Earthlings. That's when I started reading about the ethical side of it and reading ethical arguments for veganism and vegetarianism. And that's when my point of view shifted, I would say. It shifted from wanting to be super healthy, which I mean, yeah, that's something we should all strive for, to more so doing it out of ethics and for wanting to be an ethical person, whereas I didn't understand how I could look at my dog and be obsessed with my dog and love my dog and all dogs and animals and all these things, but then I'm eating animals. I'm eating pigs and chickens and cows. And so to me, there was just a disconnect. There's this thing called cognitive dissonance. Look it up. But it finally clicked that all animals are fucking animals. And just because we've been socialized to think that cows and pigs and chickens aren't these cute cuddly animals that can show love, they are, but like we're not seeing it because in the media that's not how it's portrayed. And then we see like these cute little pigs running around, oh they're so cute, but that, like that's a baby pig that you're eating. And so for me, that's where I made the connection. That's why I decided to stick to a vegan diet. I think that if I stuck to a vegan diet for health reasons, I would not have stuck to veganism because as we all know, I like to eat a lot of processed food now, and that's for convenience. That's more of living my healthy, balanced lifestyle. I'm not living in extremes anymore. Many different reasons why I'm doing that. However, yeah, I would not have stuck to a vegan diet if it was just like sticking to clean eating. I fully believe that. I know myself very well. So that's why I said at the beginning of the video, if you're like looking to go vegan just to lose weight, that's probably not going to be a reason why you're going to stick to a vegan diet. Take it at your own pace, do your own research. That's the biggest advice I can give. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. If you have any ideas of what you want me to talk about next, comment down below. Try to make it not like a super personal question because I'm not gonna make a video answering your personal health problems. If you want to talk to me personally or if you are interested in coaching, please email me at fitnika101@gmail.com. I answer all of my emails, so hit me up there. Thank you for watching. Yeah, I'm awkward. Bye.